Okay, this is a test. Yeah, let's see if we're live. So it looks like we're live. Hopefully we're live. What's up, guys? I apologize. Dude, I am trying to figure this out. So I should be live vertically, correct? If you guys see me live, I should be live on the vertical stream. But can you guys let me know? I've been trying to figure out a whole bunch of like tech issues. TikTok gave me you guys can all hear me, cool. Audio's good as well. Sweet, man. Well, shout out to everybody here. This is just like more of like an impromptu stream. Let me try to center myself a little bit. Where is my canvas? There we go. So now I should be a little bit more centered. What up, gang? What up, guys? How's it going? Yeah, we're live on the Red app. We're live on Tiki-Taki. And I don't know. I just kind of want to just shoot the shit and talk for a little bit. So if you guys have anything you want to discuss, you know, let's just kind of chat about it. I was really just trying to figure out. I've been having some technical issues. So now, let me see. Yeah, I got TikTok working, but TikTok is horizontal. Why is that? So that's a little annoying. TikTok has me live horizontally, but YouTube has me live vertically. Interesting. Did you guys watch Raw yesterday? I thought Cross looked good in his match against Sammy. I agree. I definitely agree with that. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just kind of like chilling right now. Definitely a little bit more relaxed today. I don't know what is going on, man. Like everything technology wise is just screwing with me. And I just haven't been having that much of luck. Which is not a big deal. It happens. Shit happens. But yeah, I was watching Raw. I watched Night of Champions. I thought both shows were good. It's like making me log into everything. So let's see what's going on. Hey. Shout out to our boy Jose Martinez for the $1.99 super chat. Appreciate you, my man. Thank you. Let me see if I could pull up the chat, by the way, on the stream. Because that's one thing I was having an issue with. Add existing chat. So let's see. Yeah, there we go. So I got the chat going. Jose Martinez, shout out to you, man. Happy birthday. Thank you for the super chat, brother. I appreciate it. Wow, what a day, what a day. Have you guys been enjoying wrestling lately? Because I feel like kind of in a weird way, I have been. But I'm also not streaming as much and talking as much about wrestling on live streams, which I miss for sure. But sometimes wrestling is kind of nice when you just watch it and don't have to talk about it. I'm not gonna lie. I like Night of Champions. I thought Night of Champions was cool. Um, so basically, what I'm gonna do, I think I'm looking at the stream right now on both sides. So like on YouTube, and I'm looking at the stream on YouTube. It's vertical. For some reason on TikTok, it's horizontal. Not a big deal. But the way I'm gonna do it is horizontally on YouTube and then vertically on TikTok. So, but yeah, shout out to Jose Martinez, man. Happy birthday to you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you, bro. Voltage Entertainment says the cross match was good. I like how they using them more. Yeah, he's awesome, man. Karrion Kross is sick. He's just one of those guys I just really like, you know. Really good promo. Not a bad wrestler at all. He understands the acting aspect of things. Darth Bane says it's been up and down lately. It's weird, man. I think it's the summertime, so this is probably the time of the year where I probably get the most checked out from professional wrestling. And to be honest with you guys, I'm kind of struggling because there's so much stuff happening in the real world. And like, I'm sitting here, I'm watching wrestling, I'm talking about wrestling. And sometimes those things in the real world just kind of keep me distracted. So it's not that I'm like not enjoying wrestling, you know. It's just like I went to the beach the other day. That whole thing, right? So it's like you go to the beach, you enjoy the weather, and it's tough. I feel like I'm kind of, I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of like in a weird spot with professional wrestling. I feel like I'm enjoying it for sure, but I just definitely miss. I feel like when I'm live every day, me and Billy are talking about it and stuff. I feel like I'm just so like integrated into everything. And Billy's had a couple really serious like family things to deal with, so Billy hasn't been joining us. And I just kind of been taking that time to just, obviously I've been making videos, but I've kind of been utilizing that time to just kind of enjoy the good weather. Which is tough because this is my full-time job too. So it's like you don't want to forget to work, right? But I feel like when I'm not streaming and talking wrestling with Billy, it's not that I'm checked out. I think it's like, okay, well, I'm not doing my live stream, so therefore I'm just kind of gonna sit there and just enjoy it. I don't have to take notes or anything because I'm not doing a stream, that type of thing. But like even like last night's Raw, I thought was really good. I love the Seth Rollins stuff. I love what they're doing with Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. I love what they're doing with, you know, pretty much everybody on Raw. And then of course you saw with Night of Champions, King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring. But it's like it's really hard for me to kind of get bought in right now with like Evolution being 2 weeks away, right? Like Evolution is 2 weeks away. It's a very short build. I don't really care. So I also kind of blame WWE for that too, but kind of is what it is. What's up, Chester? How's it going, buddy? Manuel Dominguez says, Happy Hikaleo debuted. Tala Tonga. He's here, man. He's in WWE. I'm cool with it. I like him a lot, man. I really do. So I'm not gonna read spoilers to you guys, but someone sent me some cell phone footage. I got some cell phone footage of what he does on SmackDown for this week, which is pretty cool. He looks good. They put him straight to the main roster, not NXT, man. It's crazy. I like this. Darth Bane, very good post. Darth Bane said the only way I would be okay with Cody beating Cena would be Seth immediately cashing in. Yeah, I agree. Shout out to Craig, by the way, for the rose on TikTok. Thank you, brother. Um, yeah, man. I think Seth cashing in on Cody would be great. It's a full circle moment. Seth helped Cody. Seth and Cody just have such a great, unique tie to each other. So that's just kind of been like really cool to see, in my opinion. But who knows, man? WWE is very, very interesting right now because with Cody and Seth and everything that they have going on there, I feel like Cody and Seth, plus you have to factor in Gunther being world heavyweight champion. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff they can do there, man. It just really depends. It's up to them. I don't mind the idea of Seth not cashing in on Gunther, though. What's up, Nats fan? How's it going, brother? Chargers for Life says, I love that they changed the Money in the Bank briefcase to Seth Rollins color base. Dude, that was like such a smart thing. I miss custom briefcases. And I think with Seth Rollins having a custom briefcase, like matches with his outfit and his Tron and stuff. I don't know. They should change it every week, I swear. It's important they do right with the Money in the Bank. It's very clear with SmackDown what they're doing with Naomi and Jade. I feel like with the Raw, with the world title on Raw, and Money in the Bank, it's like I don't know. Does Seth really go after Gunther? I don't think that's really going to be the case. I don't think Seth goes after Gunther. I think he goes after Cody. I think Darth Bane kind of hit it on the head right there. Brent says, "Hey, Ingo, I loved Raw last night and I love the PLE. Yeah, I can't complain, man. I can't complain." And then it's actually funny because Darth Bane also says LA Knight should have been the one helping out in the main event and Night of Champions instead of Penta. Yes, but I think this is gonna be like I think they have something in the works with LA Knight. You know what I mean? I think they got something in the works with him. So who knows, man? Who knows? There's rumors that LA Knight is gonna go up to Raw full time eventually. I don't see him taking the WWE Championship anytime soon, so maybe it's gonna be for the World Heavyweight Championship. What up, Phil? Phil says, "What up? I think with Jade winning Queen of the Ring, she should beat Tiffany, and then Naomi cashes in right away. I want to see Seth win the WWE title from Cody too, but does two Money in the Bank cash-ins happen the same night? I don't know, man. That would not be a bad idea. I would not be mad at that. And here's the thing too, like if Seth cashes in on Cody or John Cena, that frees up John Cena to become a babyface ultimately. And then also Sith Lord says LA should be the world champion. So if he should be the world heavyweight championship, you can have LA Knight go after Gunther. They could build up a feud, that kind of thing. And you don't have to worry about the Money in the Bank being in the hands. Because I think the big thing was everybody looked at it like LA Knight's not winning the Money in the Bank, so he's not going to cash in Money in the Bank because he didn't win it. It kind of puts like a weird thing of like, oh, WWE screwed him because he didn't win Money in the Bank. But that's not necessarily true. LA Knight could go for the World Heavyweight Championship without being for the Money in the Bank. Seth Rollins could win the WWE Championship from Cena or Cody. And I think that makes the most sense. And then also too, like with Cody and WWE and how they're doing things, I feel like the WWE Championship will probably move to Netflix anyways. So yeah. You know what I mean? It's just that's kind of how I'm looking at it. What up, Demonte Cox? What's up, brother? I don't know if you guys saw. I will have a full detailed video I will have a full detailed video on this later on the YouTube channel, but there is gonna be some WWE trying to sign some AEW stars. So stay tuned for that. Danhausen's one of the names. Private Party. WWE is looking at doing some stuff. I hope Cross gets a new contract. Don't want to see him get released. Yeah. I don't think they're going to release him. They've been utilizing him. I think they have a plan. Pete Rocks, bro. Don't make me ban you from the chat, man. Come on, dude. Please, bro. I don't want to quit the trolling, bro. It's getting really annoying. What's new with the TNA US TV deal? I don't know, man. Now they're simulcasting on YouTube. I think for sure they signed a whole bunch of regional TV deals, so I'm assuming probably by Slammiversary we'll get some good news about a bigger TV deal, but we'll see. We will see. But if there was ever a time for them to announce it, it would be at Slammiversary. And I know they've been shopping one, so yeah, War Games. Ricky Boy says, do you know if there's an update on Britt Baker leaving AEW? Dude, the whole thing with Britt Baker and AEW is the most confusing and weird thing ever. Most confusing thing ever. Um What up, Cam? How's it going, brother? Noah says, where's Drew McIntyre? You should wait for Friday. Wait for Friday, my friend. Am I gonna make content for 4th of July? DeMonte, good question. It's no secret that every year July 4th weekend is the weekend I typically take off of work. I have a lot of plans for 4th of July weekend. So what's going to end up happening is that I will be getting videos out, but they're going to be pre-recorded and like scheduled. And I'll have plenty of TikToks also scheduled. So it's going to be a long week for me because I'm going to have to prepare all weekend because I'm not going to be around for the weekend. So Tolino Channel coming through with a super chat. Let's get that fixed, huh? Tolino Channel's dropped 100 rupees. He says, if Danhausen goes to WWE, they could present him in a good way. Remember when Nakamura got a small push versus Seth? WWE presented him with anime style package. Yeah, man. I think Danhausen goes to WWE. He's going to be a comedy act. He's going to be a fun comedy act. nothing else. Which is okay. I don't need Danhausen to go in there and get a serious push. I just want to see Danhausen go to WWE and be on TV. Shout out to Mateo25. Yeah, I think when it comes to Danhausen, I don't think he needs to be like some massive push. I don't think this needs to be some massive ordeal. Give him some cool presentation. Let him be a comedy act. You know, Santino Marella had a great career in WWE as a comedy act. There's nothing wrong with being a comedy act, being an overly gimmick act. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, I'm good with Danhausen. I like Danhausen. And he'll probably be joining WWE because AEW doesn't know how to make money from him, bro. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but AEW has never done anything with Danhausen and this guy sells merch. And then people are like, well, he's not a good wrestler. Well, it's like, okay. Complain, don't complain. I don't know what to tell you. But he is a good enough wrestler to wrestle, and he's funny enough to be enjoyable to watch. And there's a reason why people buy his merch. It's not because he's just got cool face paint and cool designs. Like, the guy's talented, he's entertaining. Darth Bane says put Danhausen in a tag team with Mr. Iguana. Maybe that's the case, bro. Mateo says the same thing. We need Danhausen versus Iguana. Yeah, man. Trevon Womack says, isn't Danhausen friends with CM Punk too, and that don't go well? Well, if that's the case for AEW, then you're stupid, bro. If AEW is like, oh, well, you're friends with CM Punk, so we're not going to put you on TV. Well, then you're an idiot. Then you have no right running a business, bro. What do you mean? If you got people that are talented and they're popular and you're not going to use them based on their friendships, then you don't know what you're doing. And I'm sorry, bro, but I don't think Tony Khan's that dumb. And low-key, AEW has been getting a lot better lately. So, but who knows? AEW, in my opinion, is just hit or miss. And I also don't care to watch AEW as a priority. It hasn't been a priority for this YouTube channel in about a year. And it probably won't be a priority for me in a while. And deep down inside, the way I look at it is even AEW has improved and stuff, but I still don't go out of my way to watch it live. Like, I'll just, you know what I mean? I'll watch it on HBO Max or whatever. But, and that's not a bad thing too. It's just I'm not really interested in rushing to watch AEW. My main focus is WWE and TNA. I started watching less AEW, but then also in the meantime of watching less AEW, I started picking up a little bit more on NWA or MLW. So that's cool with me, you know what I mean? I don't mind that. Pete, can you please contribute something to the chat that's like not just straight up tribalism, bro? Please. Yeah, Trevon, I think you just said it perfectly well. So Trevon said, AEW is hit or miss for me. I don't want to sit here and shit on AEW, but I'm not going to rush to see AEW. That's how I feel. I don't rush. I don't go out of my way to watch it, is my point. I don't. And I won't go out of my way to watch it. I can't go out of my way to watch AEW anymore. Like I said, they got some good stuff happening, but I'm not really interested in watching, you know. I really like Hangman Page. I would love to see Hangman Page win the belt. I would really love to watch Hangman Page win the belt at All In. Probably not happening. I think Darby's going to end up winning that Battle Royal and somehow win the belt. Not Battle Royal, but the Casino Gauntlet. GC says, I don't watch AEW. I can't really have an opinion on it and won't watch it and won't trash it either. Yeah, I get it. Shout out to Chris Tribal Baddie. Appreciate you. Mateo says, are they going to send Pagano to NXT or the main roster? I have no idea. Probably NXT. Which I'm kind of excited to see NXT tonight because I did hear of a rumor that somebody from AAA was going to be on the show, but I don't know how true that is. How do I feel about the current WWE product compared to say 2 years ago? WWE's product is great. I'm enjoying the product. I have no problem with it right now. There's some like small things that I have an issue with, but nothing bad in my opinion. So it just depends, yeah. Toledo Channel dropped another super chat for 40 rupees. He says, "Will Oba lose the title to Jasper Troy?" That's what I'm starting to think, bro. I'm starting to think Jasper Troy might be the next champion, which would really set the precedent that LFG is a big deal. Vin Facchini says, "I think TNA is the second company. I love what they're doing." Yeah, I think that's very I don't know. I just enjoy TNA, man. Justin Boykin says, "I'm not a fan of AEW, so I have nothing bad to say about it. The fans have made me not want to watch it." And I get that too. I definitely understand that perspective for sure. Do you think Grace will lose to JC and then get called up after Evolution? No. I think she's going to actually win the belt at Evolution. I think she's going to hold it down in NXT for a little bit. Do you think there will be a fourth member of Seth's group? Yes, I think it's going to be Ethan Page. I think we see that very soon. Trevon says, "Ango, I saw a comment saying Jasper Troy is the Black Abyss and Cena's character, LOL, and finisher. I don't blame people for thinking that way. I think Troy Inspiration or one of them is Abyss." Oh my god, you're talking about the wrestler Abyss. Okay. Never mind. I didn't know. Yeah. We'll see what they do with him. We'll see what they do with him. I like Jasper Troy though. And I like the fact that he does the black hole slam. Nothing wrong with having a little bit of inspiration. I think everybody's inspired by everybody else, you know. Um what are my thoughts on Night of Champions? It was a great pay-per-view. All the right booking decisions. I like that Cross and Sammy had follow-up right after. Yeah. But all right, guys, we're coming up on a 30-minute stream. Like I said, it was a short stream. I want to do a little bit of a short stream. I will be back tomorrow, 12 p.m. We're gonna be back to like normal streaming tomorrow. I got all the little kinks out of this live stream, so the good news is I know it'll work. I'll be live tomorrow, 12 p.m. on YouTube, on TikTok. Everything will be working smoothly because now I got it all figured out and it's working fine, which I'm excited about. So I do appreciate you guys stopping by just for like a quick 30-minute stream. Thank you all. And then I'll be back tomorrow. Toledo Channel dropping a buzzer beater super chat. Will Roxanne be a mid champ or world champ during Liv injury and have a feud with Liv when she's back, similar to one that Liv had with Rhea? No, probably not. But Liv Morgan is obviously off TV. Roxanne is now. They're doing the women's tag team championship thing. So we'll see how that goes. we'll see how that goes. But yeah, great question. Thank you, Tolino Channel. I appreciate you, bro. But all right, guys, yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, 12 p.m. Full stream ahead, just like the good old days. Thank you guys for stopping by. I appreciate it.